facing this way.
Suck up inspiration from everywhere really, from standing here looking at all of that is pretty inspiring.
Anything and everything, but I think the only real person you can look for inspiration is yourself. I don't think I could be motivated because somebody else is doing something. Maybe if you were a youngster, I really are. I'm 33 next week, so you sort of grow into yourself, and I think the only thing that can inspire you is yourself. If you've still got the love for it, then you move on. Simple as that.
I don't really need inspiration to keep doing what I do because I genuinely don't know what else I would do, because it's always, even when I was little and I didn't know you could be a DJ, I would just sit with I was a bit of a weirdo, I would sit with my Walkman on, or I would tape the top 40 and edit out on a little mono tape recorder you get with a computer. I'd edit out all the speaking.
The first and second wave of techno people really, Derek May massively, Kyle Craig massively, Kevin Saunderson in a lot of ways, Stacey Pullen, and then also people from kind of outside of dance music. Steve Reich's a really big influence. I love the way he kind of makes these kind of cascading compositions that are based on repetition. They actually have a lot in common with techno music.
Pretty much anything, you know. I think you've got to kind of open yourself up to, you know, all sound is music effectively, you know. So yeah.
When I was very young, it was people like Stevie Wonder, Giorgio Moroder, Jean-Michel Jarre, all the sort of synthy people. The first piece of music I learnt to play was Vangelis, and so all the people that were massively in the early 80s into sort of the keyboards and the electronic stuff.
The Sonics, you know, that's why I kind of like Kraftwerk or The Heaven 17. It was very modern, and it was the Sonics. And if you're really into dance music and electronic music, that's what you're kind of drawn to. It's not the songwriting skills of, say, the Beatles, it's how it sounds and the clarity.
All of these things kind of the music of someone like Steve Wright puts such a different slant on dance music, and it's coming from a different place, that it makes, when you absorb something like that and you apply it to dance music, it creates something additional to the sound, which to my ears kind of makes it more listenable, so that you can take it beyond the dance floor. And that's, as much as, you know, everything's geared towards the dance floor, I'm also trying to make sure that things are listenable beyond that as well. You know, it's important that, you know, you can still listen to the music I make, hopefully in a few years' time, and it holds up. Although over time you get sucked into trends and you get influenced by, you know, all of these different things. But the idea is that, you know, you can look back in a couple of years and think, yeah, that still stands up, and that's the aim, really.
It's nice. The sound is deceptively good, you know. It's they've just sort of started turning it up, and it sounds great. And I like small rooms, you know. It's like, obviously playing a big rave is brilliant as well.
It's a different method, very, very different to being in a club. It's not as intimate, and basically you need to play records that fill out this huge space that you play into. Quite often you're either on a stage or you're in a tent that's got open back, so the records that you play need to be quite full-bodied so that they fill all the space. And the sound translate well, because the area that you're playing to is a lot wider, so the sound kind of ricochets around. So it needs to be quite full-bodied, otherwise it sounds like a herd of horses falling down that hill, which is not a good thing. But yeah, I guess clubs are more intimate, and you can. I think it's more flexible. It's more rewarding for a DJ to be able to play in a club, because the intimate setting means you can be more versatile and you can go in different directions. But for kind of sheer banging it outness, festivals are great if it's right.
The club that I'm most used to playing is Plastic People in London, and that's renowned for like good sound system. You know, only sort of 200 people, but I really like intimate spaces, so hopefully it will lend itself well to my style, kind of thing, you know? Man, it's a combination of so many things, I think, you know, whether it's like the space and the sound system and the people around you and the way that the DJ is playing, you know. It's like, I think I've had more of those experiences in a little club called Plastic People, you know, just simply because the sound system is so good and the tunes that people are playing are so different, you know. So for me, it's got to be something that's kind of not what I expect, maybe, you know, and it's kind of like throw a curveball and you know, kind of that's when you're really inspired, maybe.
It's like the happy place that everybody has their happy place in their mind from past experiences, to the point where, say, if you're at the dentist and you've just got to try and block your mind out, if I'm thinking about a place, it's there. Although it was a yellow scenery like it was back in 2002, but maybe it'll be a bit darker now. Tranquil like that. Oh.